Show match. This intro has been done twice before, and both times the stream didn't quite turn on. But today, we're gonna cast a show match between Jamesykins and Axiom's Crank. With me as co-caster, I have number one Serg in the Skype call, Snitchables. How are you today?
I'm good. Pleasure to be here.
That's good to hear. Today's show match is a little bit special. We have a fairly up-and-coming UK talent in Jameskins, and fairly well-known Protoss called Crank. I think most people have heard of him.
Yeah, they should have. They follow the StarCraft scene.
Yeah.
On
So
Axiom, Total Biscuits team.
yes, and we hope he's doing well. He's had surgery today or yesterday.
That is correct.
Yes. This show match is a bit special. It's gonna be we're gonna invite the players to this Skype call after the games and talk to them about what just happened. We hope that you'll enjoy this because I think that's a fun way to do things.
For sure.
Yeah. So
Could get the game underway, or
yes, I hope so. I'm just checking if everything is all right, and it looks like everything is all right. So third time is actually the charm. Just gonna make sure the overlay is correct and everything is alright, and it is! Hooray! See if everyone's ready. Crank is ready.
it's a miracle.
Yeah. Jamesykins not quite, but I'm sure he'll be ready soon enough. So you play a lot with Jameskins, don't you?
Not really.
well,
Actually,
you play some with him, I assume, because
I have played some games, but I rarely play Protoss, so I'm not gonna have too much input to share on his personal style in the matchup.
well, he is a good player, that's for sure.
That is definitely true. He is in GM.
He plays quite a lot. And
Yeah, at least
streams a
lately.
fair bit. So
Yep.
that's worth checking
Twitch.tv
out.
slash Jamesykins, I believe.
Sure is. So, map 1, Overgrowth.
Yes, a very common Sormos map. I'm not sure if James tend to do that in CVP. I don't think he really does. I think he favors Roach Hydra into like Viper timings, and then eventually Brood Lords. I think that's what he does in CVP. So we'll have to see.
Yes, and in the bottom left, to make this a little more common to people, we're going to do proper introduction. So in the bottom left, we have Axiom's Crank.
Oh baby. And then
Sporting
in the
that
top
Axiom
right,
logo.
the orange Zerg from Team Shax. It's Jamesykins.
Yes, he's just on loan to Team Shax to play in some clan leagues, so he is currently teamless. Just having that said, if anyone wants to.
Sign him.
Yes.
Sign this masterful Zerg player.
Sound is very low. Apologies for that.
Both players seem to just be playing standard for now. I assume James will go for a maybe a 13 pool, which I have seen him do in CVP, where you make 6 links to try to deny the expansion and do some damage done. But he's made a 14th drone, so it seems he's just going to go for a 15 pool into a hatch, or maybe even hatch first if it's super greedy.
Well, he is kind of the underdog here. I think we can say that safely. So he might try to go for... Yeah, he's going to go for that 15 hatch, trying to take a chance here.
And Crank does not bite, goes for the forge, and I think we'll almost certainly see a cannon rush here.
Yes, it does look like it. Kind of a weird pathing on this probe.
Maybe trying to dodge the initial overlord, but it gets scattered there anyway.
Yeah.
Now, will Crank pull a second probe? He's pulling one for now.
Oh, he's trying to hide this probe. Oh, look at this.
And he is going for the cannon rush.
Merciless. And this isn't gonna end well for games, I think.
Yeah, I think. However, on this map, you have this little luxury of having a gold base you can take. So as soon as you see the cannon rush go down, you can go take the gold base and then be in a decent position with the gold base because you get so much money from it. But I'm not
Yes.
sure if Jameskins will do that.
And he is bringing up another probe. This is
Yeah, I don't think he's going to need it. It seems like he's just going to defend quite well with
second cannon up now. Oh, and the
probe even
first probe
gets
even
away.
gets away, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all but over for this hatchery. I think he's gonna have to be cancelled.
This is, ooh, gets the one cancel there, but he has to cancel this hatchery. Oh,
Oh,
and he does.
oh, no drones were lost, but the hatchery does stay up. If Crank lets these 3 cannons finish, then it's gonna be worthwhile for Jamesykins, but I think it's gonna cancel it, maybe.
Perhaps the back
Un-
one.
Unless
No?
Jamesykins actually tries to bust this with links, and he's making quite a few links here, so he might do.
Just now getting gas. This is going to be quite hard for James to pull back. Does go for the counter, but already a
Yeah,
cannon being made.
yeah, there's no way these links are gonna get in, I think. Now going for the roach one to try to bust down the cannons.
Yeah. But three cannons and 2 pylons.
It is quite the investment, but the hatchery was denied, and Jameskins never tried to take another base.
Ooh, even saves
If,
that one drone. Very nice micro there.
that was nice. If Jameskins had gone for the goal, I think he would be in an alright position there, but he didn't take a second base, so it's
Yeah.
absolutely great for Crank.
This is looking very good for Crank in game 1 here on Overgrowth.
Yep.
Roach Warren coming out though.
Yeah, he's going to try to break down these cannons, but I think it's going to be too little too late by that point, because the hatchery won't get up until like 7 minutes at least.
Losing 2 Zerglings there.
And the income already favoring Crank quite heavily. 18 drones to 24 probes.
And he's losing Zerglings here and there to just walking
Yeah,
too close to those cannons.
needs to be more careful.
Do you think he can get a few shots on that pylon, top pylon, without taking damage?
Absolutely not.
He's just gonna go for
Yeah, he's
cannons
gonna
anyway.
he's gonna be able to kill the cannons, I think, if he makes like 2 or 3 more roaches, but it's just like the next is already up for Crank and he's making probes. 19 drones to almost 30 probes now. It's looking really.
Ooh, good targeting there
Uh,
from Crank. Gets
Yeah,
one
James
roach.
can get our transfuse off in a minute here to one of the roaches to keep it alive.
But losing another one.
And he runs away with the queen. Quite nice for James, but
We do see a sneaky probe here at the top right, left.
where?
Top left.
Oh, there, right. Yeah, I think he's going to use it for proxy pylons, perhaps.
Is Crank? No, he's not gonna get supply blocked. He has pylons
By
coming.
getting the +1 and warp gate, I think it's going to go do just to finish the job with the gateway timing here, perhaps. Yeah, he's chronoing both the upgrades now, and with the hidden probe, it's pretty much safe to say that it's going for some kind of gateway attack. And he's going to have a huge unit lead with this income advantage he's had for so long.
But James does get an overlord in here. And sees
Yep.
nothing
Seeing every-
really.
Doesn't
But
see
he has
too
another
much
one
yet,
coming
right? And even if he sees it, it's all like I'm not sure if he's going to be able to have enough units, but we'll have to see. Maybe he can pull
Yeah.
off kind of miracle. If Crank kind of overextends into roaches or something, then miracles can happen. James says he has to start his roach speed, I believe. And he's got the lair
Yeah.
for it, so it seems kind of weird to get the lair but no roach speed. I think it's
He's a bit low on minerals.
mistake.
That might be it.
Yeah, perhaps.
There's no reason to get it now. He's supply blocked. He has the money for it. But he's going for the Hydras.
Yeah. I think the Hydra will definitely be nice versus gateway units, but I'm not sure if he can possibly get out enough. He's got so few drones. Only just now breaking the 30 drone milestone.
Yeah. Do you think he should just try and play defensive, get Swarmos out, maybe?
I'm not sure anymore. I think Swarmos right now would be too late. Maybe if he had like skipped the Roach Warren and just kind of went straight for the Swarmos after breaking out, that might have worked. I think if he just survives this gateway timing, then gets up a lot of drones, he can maybe make something happen, but I'm not too sure.
Crank going for that third base, but he does have a lot of gateway units up here at the fourth base.
Yep.
Jamesykins.
He reached the attack that we talked about, and these are +1 units, so the Zealots are going to absolutely destroy lanes.
And he has a 20 supply lead, so this is
Almost
going to
no
be really
units out
hard.
for James. He hasn't seen any of this quite yet, or he sees it now, obviously, but not until it hits. Yeah, he's been making drones thus far.
I think the
On
best
high
scenario
drops.
here is him losing the third base and just getting
Yeah, I'm not even
good
sure.
defensive position.
Stop the push at the natural. It is
Yeah.
looking a little bit sour.
5 Hydras on the way, but Ling's Hydras versus this is just not gonna work out.
Even if he does defend here, Crank is he's not like all-ins by any means. He's still got the third Nexus on the way and +2 and Blink.
Oh, good force field there, he's just blocking everything.
Yeah, it's not giving James any hope here. Yeah, I think we're just kind of waiting for James to tap out here. Maybe maybe thinking about what to do in the next game, strategic wise.
Yeah, and Crank still has 2 time warps, well, 1 now. So it
Yeah.
just shows how dominant he's been this game.
Yeah, the game is nearing an end here. James hanging on with everything he's got, tooth and nails.
Yeah, fighting spirit, that's something at least.
Yeah. That is all we can hope for in this situation. I don't think
Yeah.
James is quite aware how far behind he is.
No,
Maybe
he
it's just
doesn't.
like-
He doesn't have any map presence. He doesn't even know about that third base.
He has seen
Well,
the
he
third
does know about the
actually.
third.
Yeah, but and he does see the Twilight Council. It's just kind of maybe. Oh, that's
And
the
GG's called.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're just waiting for.
Apparently the quality is so bad.
Oh, the quality is bad. Why is it bad?
It's just bad.
Bugger.
Bugger.
Ah,
It was close. Almost.
something like that.
Is Crank coming on or are we gonna do these interviews one by one? How does this work?
They're both gonna join. I believe.
I don't mind doing it on my own. It's fine.
Well, we can just start with James since
Yeah.
he's here.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask away.
Alright, Anders, you're the commander-in-chief of the question department.
Ah, yes. So, Cannon Rush. Didn't
That
quite
was
start out
fun.
as well as you hoped. Kind of worst case scenario there. Going for hatch first.
I guess so, yeah. Like I don't know. I guess you can hold a cannon rush if you go hatch first sometimes, but that was I didn't expect a second probe. I think that caught me off a little bit. I thought if I could kill the pylon to the north, kill the probe, then it would only be that one cannon, and then I could just push it back. But then a probe came from below and built 2 more, which made it pretty tricky, I guess. And then after that, like there are like 2 kinds of cannon rushes, I guess. There's the one where they expand and then macro out of it, and then there's the one where they just contain and commit to it. And that was, yeah, I don't know. I think if actually, I don't know. Like, I think I was so far behind from that anything I tried would have been pretty bad. I tried to just be a bit greedy and go straight to Hydras and hope that I would just have enough in time, but I think I was pretty screwed at that point.
Did you ever consider just abandoning the natural and then going for the gold base?
It's not a bad idea, I suppose. It's just actually no, that might have been all right. It's tricky though. Like I knew he had a base. I guess I just didn't really occur to me. I thought it might have died. Oh, I was
Right.
definitely gonna die, but yeah.
Crank has joined.
Oh wow.
Ah,
Yeah,
Welcome.
I'm here.
Hello, Crank.
Hello.
You decided to Cannon Rush game 1. Was that your plan from the get-go?
I just tried to kill his first hatchery, second hatchery if he was expanding at that time. Like if he just went to go early for like 15 or 9 or 10 per, I was just going to a late game, but fortunately he was just expanding, so that's why I could do cannon rush. So yeah, after I killed his secondary, so I was really far ahead of him, so I just did whatever I wanted to.
Yeah. When you saw the roaches, did you expect that, or was that?
Uh, I I built second cannon because I didn't know what he was going to do, but I saw his drone which was going to his third base, so I thought yeah, I realized that he was just trying to make Roach to kill my cannons and then try to expand and do late game. So that's why I just built only one cannon more, and all I was trying to do was just making probes.
Yes. So
Yeah.
a third base instead of just a two base all in. Did you feel that ahead that you just kind of?
I was really far ahead. Like I couldn't lose that game because it was really big deal to destroy second actually at that time. So even though he was really god, he couldn't win.
Um, what do you think you should have done?
Like if he wanted to expand at like that, he should have sent one drone to see if my probe was going to cannon or something like that. So since he didn't send any drone to his natural, okay, it was really hard to defend against cannon rush.
Yeah. I didn't expect the second probe.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought if I could kill the cannon, the pylon on top, and then kill one probe, then there was only going to be one cannon. But when the second probe came, yeah, no, that was pretty
Yeah.
bad. And I didn't cancel the natural. I don't know, like if it made too much difference because I would have had a lot of minerals anyway. But yeah,
Mm,
I
yeah.
think as soon as the natural dies, then that's pretty much it. There's not much
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
do from there.
Yeah.
Snitchables, any thoughts?
No, I think they did a very good job answering all the questions, and I'm ready for game 2.
Yes, I think we all are.
Do we swap servers now?
No, Crank said it was okay to just keep staying on EU.
Ah, okay. Well, you'll regret that decision.
The BM is here.
Just some confidence. Okay.
All right, so I'll set up game 2 then. What map do you want?
Oh wow, yeah, I forgot that I had the choice. Uh, Nimbus?
Nimbus.
Cool.
Nimbus. I like Nimbus.
I think we all do.
Okay, so should we leave the call now? Or
Yeah, I think it could be distracting having us talk over the game. So
okay, right then. I'll see you guys after the game.
Yep. See you.
Bye.
good luck. Those were some fighting words from Jamesykins there.
Yeah, not giving up yet. Get Frank
Yeah.
in the lobby.
Just looking at this resolution thing, it's kind of strange. Okay, so players are in lobby. We're ready for game 2.
Yep. Both players ready. Here we go. Eager to start.
Getting my overlay down. Never forget. Just gonna have to apologize for the pixelation. I don't know why that is. I'm not the most technical kind of guy.
Resolution.
It's yeah. Alright, so Nimbus
Oh, here we are.
at the bottom left. He's down 1 game. Can he make a comeback here? It's Jamesykins.
I absolutely think he can make a comeback. And in the top right, in the red trunks, as Total Biscuit would say, it's Axiom's Crank.
Saying he
making
won't do
some,
cannons here. So.
Yep. Let's see if Crank will keep to his word.
Could we see 3 hatch before pool?
We might do. It is definitely the map for it if you were going to see it, I think. Simply because Crank might, if he sends a probe in the wrong direction, he's gonna scout 2 bases before he actually finds the Zerg, and at that point it might be too late to cannon rush either way. So I think it's definitely a good map for it if you're planning to do it at any point in the series.
Yeah, and what can we see from Crank here? He is an aggressive player.
Yeah, he's going for the gateway here, so no cannons this game.
Luckily for Jamesykins, who has a probe going for that base.
Yep. And Crank not even bothering to wall off here, which could be devastating if we were to see some kind of 6 pool or 10 pool, which James does favor a lot in this matchup, I have noticed. Tends to do a little bit of early pools now and then.
It's what do you think? 6 pool is making kind of a return right now. I've seen a few people do it.
Yeah, maybe, because it's fallen so out of fashion that Protoss don't really like prepare their belts for it anymore. They just kind of assume the Zerg will go for some kind of greedy expand. So it can definitely catch people off guard.
James was going for that 3 hatch before pool, but seeing the probe, he decides against it.
Yeah.
Goes for that spawning pool.
I really hope to see James put down a gas here eventually, because without the gas it can be a nightmare to defend any kind of early stalker harass. Luckily Crank is going for the expansion and not immediately into Cybercore. If he were to go for the Cybercore and then chrono out a couple of stalkers, I think James would be in quite some trouble.
Yeah. We see scouting here for those cannons. He's not taking Crank on his word here.
Yeah, being a little bit skeptic.
But we see the probe is heading home, and the Overlord will see it.
Yep.
So Jamesykins can relax a little bit now.
Yeah, and seeing no wall, it's pretty safe to assume that it's a gateway first, not forge, because going forge and then not walling off would be very strange, because then you would have to put a cannon in both mineral lines, and that would make no sense. So it's safe to assume that it's gateway first, and he's going to scout the first gas here.
We see a probe heading quite the other way here. Could this be a proxy?
I'm not sure. He's sending it like to the both unused bases for some reason. I'm just trying to avoid the Overlord, but it's going to go underneath an Overlord here in a second anyway. So not quite as successful as I'd hope, maybe.
Tries to avoid it, but
It's too late.
Jameskins does have some links out on the map scouting for these proxies.
The Stargate even is going down for Crank here, so I think we're going to see an Oracle here. And these spawn positions are great for Crank because the airway over to Jamesykins' base is so slow, or so short even. You can make an Oracle and be there in half a second.
And this is the 3rd base though, so he could have quite a bit of
Oh,
anti-air.
he does go for the Phoenix actually. Interesting.
That's quite unusual these days.
Yeah, usually
Skipping the Oracle.
See the Oracle, yeah.
So
Crank
this is
maybe.
yeah, he's going for the 3rd base, I think, because of the Phoenix.
Does look like it. Oh, the probe was found, so it's so Crank's sending out another one. But this one also gets seen.
Yeah. Jamesykins on top of things here.
Absolutely. Another Phoenix being made.
Ooh.
Phoenix are so annoying as Zerg, especially on this map because there's such a long way between. Or actually, because James took the outer base first, it's not as bad. But usually, taking the 3rd can be a pain in the ass with Phoenix roaming around, just picking things off when they're trying to move between the bases.
Kind of interesting. He's going for melee upgrades instead of ranged attack.
He might be trying to do some kind of. All right, I believe he ripped this build from Sui. He did this in CVP apparently, where he used the +1 melee to deny the third, and he's making the links there to do so.
He ran right
Trying
past
putting
this
down
probe
proxy
though.
pylons along the way. I think it's definitely going for some aggression here.
He could have killed this probe. The links were basically on top of it, so that's kind
He does
of.
find it now, and he does find at least one of the proxy pylons. He's going to find the other one as well.
But
Very
warp
nice.
gate is done, so there could
And he's
be warp
losing
gates,
quite a
but
few
yeah.
overlords to these Phoenix.
Yeah.
Queen does get found, but there's another Queen buddy to help her out there, and does live to fight another day.
He has 4 is it now? No, 3 overlord kills. So maybe not paid for himself yet, but now he's getting some probes.
Yeah, but they're just gonna keep like being annoying, and James will never
Ooh.
get map control to spread out his overlord unless he cleans up these Phoenixes.
Oh, the links are getting trapped here. This is
Yeah.
maybe not too good, but
With the +1
They are
however,
killing.
they can trade like fairly well, but in this choke, it's not ideal.
just 2. Oh, he's getting in.
The scouting information is quite nice.
And
Does
he
see
might
the
get some
rope
probe
here.
kills here.
I
With the
doubt
warp
it.
in.
Yeah.
But he sees everything, and that's quite big in itself.
Yeah. Not the biggest drone count here from Jamesykins just yet, and Queen does get found.
Gonna
No
take this
spore here.
opportunity to
Yeah.
turn up sound a little bit more. There we go. Queen's here.
Still no spore in the third base of Jamesykins.
Oh, he picks up both here, and he has enough.
No transfuses.
I
There's
have
so
enough-
many Phoenix even. Phoenix are so annoying when they're in these large numbers, because even Queens can't fight them at this point.
Oh, but he gets the kill there on the third nexus,
Oh, and it's
and he
like
gets every sentry.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a really good trade.
Oh, the biggest problem right now is that James doesn't have the drone count to kind of support this. Only 50 drones, equal to Crank pretty much.
But he does have
And
that
still
third
no
base.
drones on the third base, so he's not getting any kind of value out of this.
Oh, the lag. Who's lagging? Is it me?
Not sure who's lagging.
Someone lagged, but we'll manage. So the Phoenixes still have free reign over this third base, but losing a lot of queens right now.
James
That's the
has not
fourth.
started another upgrade. He's not following up on his initial upgrade lead, which are definitely even more overlords being found here. Not ideal.
But more drones going down here, trying to run
HUD's
away. But
being found. Oh, this is so frustrating when it just seems impossible to build up that hydro count because they keep getting picked off.
yeah, and he's been supply blocked for a long time now, and he's just falling way behind here.
Yeah.
And another queen. Meanwhile, the third base of Crank is just getting up here.
With all these, he does snipe a Phoenix here, which is nice. But with all these sports he's been building, he's now way behind on workers. 61 probes for Crank, only 44 drones for James, and he still doesn't have anything on this third base. 2 base Zerg versus a 3 base Protoss, basically here, in economy-wise.
Yeah, the creep spread hasn't been progressing as well as maybe he would have liked. So is he just James struggling to keep up here, I think.
Yep.
But he is getting
Good
some
stuff.
drones now, and he is catching up,
Yep.
at least in worker count.
Even how, even now, the Colossi is on the way, and Crank getting his +2 attack, so the upgrades will be evened up here. And he's going into range units now, whereas he initially got the upgrades for Ling melee.
Yeah.
So the upgrades are kind of like spread out, not really as decisive in his choice of strategy, maybe.
Yeah, and we see just now the infestation pit getting started. Maybe could have had that hive up earlier if he managed to capitalize on that early leading up.
Yeah, it's really needed that. Those drones out faster. Will he go for the hive here? That is the question. He does go for the hive. Interesting. Maybe just quick tech to Vipers and hope to catch Crank off guard. Crank does have a hallucinated Colossi, which I think is kind of cute. In case Jamesykins were to do any kind of attack, you can use that as fodder for his Reed Colossi.
Crank
And with the
has
Phoenix, he can like snipe off the Overseer, so he gets impossible to tell what Colossi are read and what aren't.
yeah. But he could maybe make a switch into Swarm Host and drag this game out for a while.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
He's getting this 4th base now, so if he does get up a good economy here, then the early game almost is irrelevant if you have enough Swarm Host, because the game is going to be drawn out for so long that the early game is just irrelevant at that point. It all comes down to the late game micro and choice of army movement.
Yeah. You see now 3 Colossus. This is the time Crank wants to move out, and he does.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really difficult for James to hold, and he is down
Hive
in
isn't
supply.
done yet. It's 4 seconds away, and he still needs to make those Vipers and get energy on them. So
Yeah,
he needs to delay somehow.
super hard. The Vipers are on the way, however, and he's making spores to defend versus the Colossi, and Crank with the hallucinated Colossi again, being so sneaky.
Good surround, maybe? No.
Spread out, but there's just not enough units. James's army should be like twice the
Yeah, this
amount
is
now.
this isn't looking too great. And if he had gone for range upgrades, he would have been even on that at least.
Yeah, Crank is maxed out now, and James is at 140 supply.
And you never
Definitely
want
not
that
what you
as
want to
Surge.
be as Surge, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of the opposite you'd want, and maybe even a bit more difference in supply.
Yeah,
Vipers are out, but there's just no energy.
Vipers
He
are
gets
good.
1 pull.
They're not that good.
2 pulls.
Abducting doesn't matter if you don't have any units to kill the
But
abduct.
all the Colossus survive.
Yeah,
And this
Again,
is looking like a quick 2-0 from Crank here.
absolutely.
Sad
GG.
face GG.
James not happy with this results. I'm gonna take this small break as an opportunity to go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Yes, let's-
Damn it. I should have YOLO'd harder, I guess.
You seemed a bit, I don't know. You kind of got in, but it didn't seem like it was that cost effective.
Oh, the Lings?
The early links, yeah.
Yeah, no. Like, that wasn't good for me. Like, as soon as a sentry hit me, like, the first force field, and you walked in more sentries, like, you're never going to get out. So you just have to hope for the best. Like, I got in and saw stuff, but it's still not good. It cost me a lot. I mean, denying the 3rd was, I guess, nice the first time, but it's not quite enough. And the
Could you just,
Phoenixes did so much.
explain that build a little bit? You first
Okay.
went for melee upgrades.
Right. So, basically the idea is you just want to deny the Protoss' 3rd for as long as possible. So you get +1 melee, take 3 bases. Then the longer you did, like you're meant to. Obviously the Phoenixes stopped this a little bit, but you're meant to stick to Ling Roach whilst you're taking your 4th, and then just keep denying that 3rd. And then eventually they'll have to all in because your economy is so much better, and then you hold, maybe, or you base trade. But because he had so many Phoenixes, I couldn't go for Muters, so that the base trade option wasn't really there. So I thought I'd try and get to Roach, Hydra, and Viper. But the Vipers were a little bit late, and the army I guess I had was just pretty bad anyway. Like, I was only at 150, 60 supply or something when the attack came. I would have needed to have been maxed to have a chance of holding it, but it's pretty tough, pretty tricky.
Crank, you decided against getting High Templars. Was that because of the scouting you saw the Hive wasn't done yet?
I didn't really think it was necessary to make a High Templar because I was really far away to him, so I thought I could finish the game with only Blink, Stalker, and Colossus.
It's pretty fair.
You decided to go Roach Hydra instead of, for instance, Swarm Host. Thoughts on that, James?
Swarm hosts, I don't know, I don't really build swarm hosts too often. I think as well, like, I saw that Colossus were coming, So if he's already got the infrastructure to build Colossus and my economy's that weak, I don't know. I don't know if Swarm Host would work. I just really wanted to get to Vipers quickly, because you never know with Vipers. Maybe a miracle can happen. But I think after the Phoenix did so much, like I lost so many queens and quite a few drones to the Phoenix. Oh, I have a question. If that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Your probe in the bottom right corner of the map. The one my Lings found. Was that going? Were you going to proxy anything there?
Uh, I j- I was just gonna build a proxy pylon to make for jealous secretary.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Sometimes I see a lot of people now proxy a Stargate, hide a Stargate, and then build Oracle. I wasn't sure what was happening, but yeah. Okay. It's just good to know. I guess it's nice to know.
Yeah, Crank, you just played really standard that game. For Protoss out there that's wondering why get 3 Colossus an attack, not more? Is it just the perfect timing?
Yeah, I saw everything about him with my observer and Phoenix, and I realized that I was really far ahead of him. So the important thing was that I shouldn't give him more time to make more unit, which was Viper or almost something like that. So I thought that at the time I needed to go finish this game right now. So that's why I just went to that time.
Yeah, I asked James about Swarm Host, but what's your thoughts on him in that position, just going Swarm Host instead of Roach Hydra Viper?
Oh, if you are really good at Somos, like you if you are really good at using Somos, you can chase your opponent economy easier than any other composition. But I don't really recommend to use Somos on Nimbus because I I think only Sunut can handle it very well. The other
Yeah.
Zergo or Nimbus is very hard. Like if you use so most, you can be harassed very easily by Warp Prism or Proxy Pylon with a Zealous, something like that. So
Yeah. Like I don't know. I've never been very good with Storm Hosts. Whenever I try it, it's not pretty. But maybe I'll try it this game. I don't know.
All right, so game 3, James.
I'm trying to think what would be. Foxtrot Labs.
Oh,
Foxtrot
that's,
Labs, interesting pick.
that's unusual.
I am psyched.
I have a plan, super secret. It's
Oh,
gonna be
Crank,
amazing.
are you scared?
oh yeah.
All right, so Snitchables, any questions before we head into
No.
game 3?
I am satisfied.
As always, I can invite you to game for some reason, so you're just gonna have to hop in.
Yeah, figure it out. There we go.
Yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Game 3. Any predictions,
Oh
James, Crank?
Uh, yeah, I don't really like to play against Jargon Foxtrot, so yeah, I'm kind of nervous, but he will too. So we'll
Well,
see.
I'm about to unleash hell. This is gonna be amazing. You'll see. You'll have nightmares about this game. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Good
I
luck.
think
ready?
I know what's coming, but does Crank? We'll find out.
I don't know if you do. Anyway, I guess we'll leave the call. Speak to you guys later.
Yep.
Good luck.
And we're alone yet again.
Yes. Ooh. Overlay is down.
Jamesykins saying "fear me" in the lobby. Definitely confident here. It seems. Maybe he's trying to scare Crank. I'm actually surprised at Crank's unconfidence. Really scared
he's
against Zerg. I think maybe he's just like not wanting to hurt James's feeling. I'm pretty sure he's well aware he's favored in this match quite heavily.
Yeah, I've known Crank for a while, and he's very humble.
Yeah.
So I think his confidence level is actually higher than he lets on right now.
Yeah, probably.
So 2-0 to Crank, who is starting this game at the bottom left.
Yep. And in the top right corner, it is Jamesykins. Down 2-0 right now.
I'm
Using
actually
Foxtrot lads.
I'm actually surprised here. I thought he was gonna go for the 6 pool.
Yeah, I'm not
He's
too sure.
been-
I mean, he asked me what to do before the game, but I couldn't really give him any decisive advice. So it could definitely be interesting to see what he chooses here. Maybe
Yeah.
just try straight up play again. I'm not sure. Maybe even Swarm Host. Just try something different.
Yeah, it hasn't really been working out for him. He didn't really get going in game 1 though, so
I think he really needs to try something new. Not go for hatch first. Just play standard. Get queens out to defend, and just like take a third and drone up. In the in the second game, he did kind of struggle with getting up his economy properly.
he's skipping that 14th drone, so it will be a 13 pool
But
like
he
you
is
talked
doing the
about.
13 pool, yeah, exactly. That I was fearing he was going to do in game one, and now he is doing it here.
Yeah.
However, Crank not going for any kind of Nexus first, but it might work anyway, because the links hit in such a way that the Nexus is usually down. And then if there's no satellite on the way, you can deny the Nexus. But we'll have to see here.
Yeah. I don't think this is quite what James is hoping for. I don't know if he was expecting that Nexus first.
Maybe not. It works quite well versus Gateway as well. It just depends if Crank's builds sell it immediately. Sometimes with Protoss too, is that they start a sell it, and then as it's about to complete, if there's no aggression coming in, they cancel the sell it. There we go. I think we're gonna see
Yeah.
Crank maybe cancel this sell it, but I'm not sure.
Hmm.
He's got it valid to the gap, which may hint towards not actually cancelling it, and he's intending to keep it. We'll have to see here, as it's nearing the end. The links are on way for Jamesykins. Pulling off one link to scout for any kind of cannon rush.
Oh,
And Crank
that's
does let the Zealot finish, so it's definitely not going to be what James was hoping for.
uh
He's built the gas, but he hasn't saturated it yet. There we go. James putting 3 drones in the extractor.
yeah. What do you think he's gonna be following up with now?
I think he's just going for link speed and then maybe try to make a few stirrings to deny the Nexus when he
Yeah.
tries to take that. This definitely wasn't any kind of all-in or anything like that for Jamesykins. He only made 6 links, so if he can deny the natural for quite a bit, then this might have been worth it, like he's doing now.
It
Yeah,
now. Does he get the pro? No,
no,
he
he
doesn't.
definitely won't. But it's quite nice just to delay it in general.
Gonna go for it again here, Crank is, but Celit is blocking.
Yeah.
Oh, misclicking.
Oh, he thought it was rallied to the
Yeah.
mineral, to do mineral walking, but he misclicked now.
Might be some
Yeah,
lag
it's-
issues for Crank because
Salah is really late now. I think Crank is trying to do some kind of gateway timing here. He's cornering the cyber core, so he definitely is. James
Hmm.
could have seen it if he went up the ramp, but he didn't choose to do so, unfortunately.
The Overlord is moving in though.
James got a drone at the front here. I think that's definitely just a mistake, not actually any kind of proxy hatch. That would be absolutely insane. Oh, and he's going for the +1 melee attack. He's going to try to break the wall that Crank's built.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this could work because if he
System
gets
all
in
in, I
here, it's
believe.
is
Yeah.
it?
It might be. It depends how many. I would like to see him start massing links now if he's actually planning to do it, because he needs a lot of links.
Yeah,
So
and he
that-
doesn't really need that many drones with building all in.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to get too much long. It's making a spine, so it's not any kind of all in. He's just doing what he did last game, I believe.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of James's stream, and he does like to go for that gold base on this map, especially against Protoss. But
I think that would be most likely in the other spawn
yeah,
position.
I think that's actually what he was hoping for.
When you spawn like this, it's much harder to take it.
Yeah.
because the drones have to travel much further to get there.
You would maybe have to break down one of those rocks.
James is
Blocking
starting to
there.
mass those links now, but now he's making drones again. And he did cancel the spine, so and the wall is up. So I don't think this is going to work.
There's
Crank
actually
with
a
the
lot of gateways for Crank now.
yeah, he made a lot of just in case James were trying to deny the natural even more than he really was.
Oh, and the hallucinated oracle, it forces out spore crawlers. That's
James should
unfortunate.
notice that it's hallucinated by the amount of damage
Yeah.
that he does immediately.
Really nice there.
Of course, for those who don't know, the hallucination takes twice as much damage as the real units do. So you can tell that the Oracle is dying really fast, and
Yeah.
by that you can deduce that it's just a fake one.
Here we see a
Right,
sneaky
moving
probe
out
from
here.
Crank.
With a lot of links, you could definitely catch all these sentries and kill them because they have this the +1, which makes them
Oh, he's going for the counter.
really difficult to deal with. James needs to like keep these links though, not lose them.
He's not gonna get in. Good weapons from Crank there.
The Roach One is on the way for James, so he's gonna be able to defend this for sure, I believe. He's got a lot of money. He really needs to like step up his injects, and
Oh, he doesn't get this around there with the lings.
this is starting to look like a lot of units from Crank. No, he can't do it like this.
Oh,
James kind of falling apart here.
yeah.
The Roach One is complete, and he's making the. It looks like he's just going to sacrifice the third baser because he's making 4
Yeah.
spines. It's natural. And this is a very heavy attack for Crank, so
Yeah, and he has the option to recall here, which is
Just
kind of
catch
important.
a
But
probe.
oh, nice.
probe, a sentry
Sentry
unit.
there, yeah.
Yep.
And look at that pylon, it's really well protected.
Yeah, there's no denying this pylon.
Roaches are out, but I don't. Oh, he's suddenly down a lot in supply.
Yeah. These spines are definitely gonna stop his push here, I believe, with if the links come in. Yeah. However, it might be too
Ooh.
little too late. Losing
Yeah,
that
good
third
force
base.
fields here.
I believe with the +1, if he had just like spent his money better, he might have been able to defend it. Not being
Yeah.
as eager with his links, perhaps. He's lost a lot of them to just like things like this.
Yeah.
Not paying attention really.
Going for a counterattack maybe with those links? Yeah, he is.
Give him more links.
Oh, he's just he's moving back. He's getting Crank to move back here, which is
nice.
I guess it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Crank recognized he wasn't going to get any damage done with 4 spines and roaches up. However, James hasn't shown any interest in taking a third quite yet. He's not going for the infestation pit. Maybe maybe we're going to see the Vipers again. I would like to see Sormos, however, just to see him try that out.
Yeah.
He needs to take this third base again. There's no beating a Protoss in 2 base versus 2 base.
You're a I think we can say a good Zerg. You've gone Swarm Host on this map before, I know that.
Yep.
Is this one of the better Swarm Host map, would you say?
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of the better, yeah. This one and Overgrowth. And, yeah, I think this one and Overgrowth are the ideal Swarmos maps versus Protoss.
So there is a chance.
Yeah. But, like he said himself, he doesn't have too much experience with Swarmos, and he is going Swarmos. I love this.
That's
Definitely going to be interesting, but he needs to take this third base. You can't possibly hope to go 2 base Swarm Host on this map. That doesn't work.
should he take the
And Crankhead does have his third base on the way already, so
should he retake the third he had, or should he move to the left? Take that.
I would like to see him take both bases at the same time. He needs to do something to catch up here.
And we see Crank just getting up observers, blink.
Yeah.
No Colossus Bay yet.
Yeah, that is the saving grace here for Jamesykins.
Does Crank know, do you think?
He has seen the infestation pit,
Oh,
but
he does.
you might just think that James is doing the Viper
Yeah.
timing like he's done before.
Robo Bay and
He also
another
now
Robo.
see the Locust, so he now knows what's up. And Jamesykins still no third base. He really needs to get that going.
Yeah, and War Prism here, being denied.
Yeah, quite nice.
Still no third, that's really...
I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish here. Some like 2 base Swarmos all in. Seems
I
pretty
mean-
sketch to me.
Crank did say that Swarmhold was a good way to get back from a superior economy. So
But he wasn't that far behind. Like he had these, he's got the creeps right now. He could just move the spines down, then he's well defended.
and once again, Crank goes for those hallucinated colossus.
Yeah, it's moving out here. James shouldn't take any damage from this.
But does he
However, it
know?
might kind of get force shielded out here. We'll have to see. James, move your units. No.
Oh, loses 2 queens.
No
Yeah.
transfuses. He needs to. Oh, there's
Ah,
one.
there we go. Oh, might. Oh, no, doesn't save it. There are just 8 swarm hosts now.
Yeah, this third base was just so late. Crank now once again well ahead in workers. 70 workers to 50. Excuse me.
Yeah. We see
And the
James
warp
is-
in Jamesykins is made, but he's got units, but not nearly enough to defend here.
and we see the war prism is just. It's gonna destroy the main. I think. Look at
Yeah.
all those zealots. He's just waiting.
With good micro, we can like defend the zealots for long enough to get more units out, but it's difficult to pull off. Even he's definitely gonna snipe the hive here. That's for sure.
And for Jamesykins has been good with his inject, so he doesn't have
He's a buyback
transfuse
by now. Yeah, and also no overlords to make units.
Yeah, and
No.
Crank, look at this small army Crank has. It's just moving around the map with.
Really is focusing his the most of his attention on this main here, and did manage to snipe the hive. So the Colossi is just going to go uncontested here, and is making 2 at a time. I think Crank is just going to roll over James here with a mass Colossi kind of composition.
Do you see that this often in like European protoss to just have 5 sentries walking around the map? Just
No, it's not as common. You see it sometimes, but I think the hallucinated Colossi were definitely nice to kind of scare off the Zerg, because a lot of them, like it's not too unreasonable to believe that the Protoss player has Colossi out at that point in time, but he doesn't actually. He's going more greedy. And I
yeah.
think that's a nice move for Crank, and he's got the recall if anything were to go disastrously wrong. He can just recall home and all is fine and dandy. Even more warp is in Jamesykins' main here.
And we see he's never standing still with his army either. Crank is.
Yeah,
It's just
Crank
really
is,
beautiful army movement.
James is just on one base right now, not ideal. Another base gets denied. Swarmos gets picked off. Wow, beautiful force fields. Crank really on top of his game here.
Yeah, and let's not forget he's playing with a little bit of lag from NA to EU. So
Yeah, definitely impressive. And he's gonna have 6 Colossi here in a moment. I believe he can just like attack move into Jamesykins here in a while with the force fields, and I don't think there's anything you can do, because he did snipe the hive, so no Vipers are gonna be made until at least another 50 seconds.
yeah, and
And
we
then
see
taking-
the 4th is just saturated already for Crank, and Jameskins is on just one base right now.
He is, however, taking both bits at the same time. I like that, but it might be too little too late. We'll have to see
Yeah.
here.
He's gonna need that top left or top
Yeah,
base.
unless
at least.
Crank like messes up disastrously and like walks his entire army into a wave of locusts, then I don't see too much hope here, unfortunately.
Well, the army supply is in favor of Jamesykins, or at least
Yeah.
even. So
But even
Things
if
coulda
Crank were
happened.
to lose this army, I'm not sure.
it just looks so big. Look at all these colossus.
It's absolutely huge, and with the force fields, you should be able to zone out the locust until the Colossi is taking care of them.
Yeah. Does he have? He has
And
3 observers with
Bringing
him.
in 2 observers here now, yeah.
Loses one.
So finding the Swarmos is going to be a problem.
Good blink there catches a lot of swarm host, and we see the supplies. Well, Crank has been gaining supply while Jameskins has been losing them. So this is not looking good for Jameskins, sadly.
Yeah,
It's looking like a 3-0
Like,
sweep right now.
yeah, 3-0 for Crank.
Who would have believed the Grandmaster would have beaten the unranked player?
It is a miracle.
See, the hive is gonna go down again. Jameskins desperately trying to get those swarm hosts working.
Getting Burrow right now to save his drones. Yeah,
GG.
well played.
Really good series from Crank there, showing that being known for good CVZ isn't just a rumor. He does have it.
CVC, you say?
PVZ rather. Sorry about that.
So,
Here we are.
Yes.
ah,
Well played, James.
I want to say I almost had him. I think that might be a lie.
You made a lot of early links. Did you try
Yeah.
the same build as last game? Just
I just wanted to get a really quick +1 melee. Normally, well, I'm gonna be honest. I think Crank's slightly better than the level of players I'm used to hitting on the ladder. So normally I can just like deny the pylon, uh, and slow down the push, and then I have +1 melee on the lings, so they're quite strong for counter attacking and denying bases. Also, because his natural didn't come down for so long, I thought he might be aggressive. So I thought if I didn't have any lings, I might just die. So I needed to have some just on the map for map control and whatnot. But I couldn't kill the pilot. I couldn't find the probe, and then I couldn't kill the one that was with his army. So he got like the pylons down, and then I couldn't stop the push. So I had to just fall back onto 2 base, and I couldn't think of anything better to do. So I thought I'll maybe try and build some swarm hosts and see if I can just endure and try and hold on for as long as possible, which didn't end up being that long, I guess.
well, you looked like defending for a while there. I don't know if you noticed, but he was walking around with 5 sentries and 2 hallucinated colossus.
I'd noticed that in the previous game that there was some hallucinated colossi, I think, but I didn't have any mobile detection. I think I only had spores, so I couldn't be sure, and my units wouldn't be able to tell, I think. So I'm not sure. Like I assumed that might be the case, but I couldn't know without the overseer, which I had one or not, to be honest. I just thought I'd hope for the best with the swarmies.
Crank, the hallucinations, they're working well for you this series.
Yeah. If if I have a bunch of sentries, like 5 or 6 sentries, there is no reason to not use hallucination units. So sometimes
Yes.
it works very well. 2 days ago, I just sent one halluci oracle to my opponent base while I was playing on ladder game. He just left. Oh, I cannot hold the oracle. So
Was
I
it
like.
Edra?
I don't know. It was a Hitman, I think.
Oh,
I was
Oh,
playing
okay.
on NA server.
Yeah. I built the spores. I knew the spores were going to be late, so I kind of hoped it would work. But then as soon as the queen attacked, I realized it was hallucinated, so I cancelled them. And the thing is, I scouted your base and I didn't see a Stargate, so I was really surprised when I saw it. But I still panicked and still built the spore crawlers.
yes. I was very impressed with your army movement, Crank. This game, you never kind of stopped and just stood around. No, I was really impressed with that. Is that something you actively practice, or does it just kind of happen?
Yeah, it's just like no common way that we how to play against so most like many players play like that, like many Protoss players. So if we don't move as many as we can, we cannot stop Jug be greedy more many expansion, more Somos, more corruptor, and spore some spine. So we cannot win. So that's why I was moving so hard like that.
Yeah, so James, you do play a lot, and you do play at you do play at the highest level in Europe at GM.
I'm GM, but I'm not quite the highest level. I'm a little bit
Well,
off that, buddy.
well, you can't be promoted. Put it like that.
Okay, I guess so.
Um, what's the biggest difference between Crank and some European normal GM Protoss?
Scrub.
Um, like no mistakes. Like normally I can sort of rely on my opponent giving me 2 or 3 mistakes in a game, and then I can sort of maybe use that. But if like I can't find something to like something to exploit, like I couldn't find the probes. Like I found the probes in one game, but I don't know. You always seem to have an answer to like everything. Like the unit control's a lot better as well. You get a lot more out of your units. Like some European players, when they make Phoenix, they just lift a few queens and then that's it. That's all they do with the Phoenix for like the whole game. But you seem to make use of them a lot better. I don't know. Just every aspect, I guess, is just that little bit better, and that's what made it so tricky, I guess.
Crank, just about Swarmhost real quick. You mentioned a few weeks ago that Alicia was having a lot of trouble against them. Is that still the case?
Yeah.
So
Ever since Sunu2 played a lot, so almost a lot on official events, some Korean players still use so almost like even if no matter what, like if even if they are ahead or they are behind something like that, they just use so most because if you use so most, you cannot lose easily. If you use so most, like you cannot finish that game quickly. So that's why Alicia is mad because game he has to spend over 30 minutes at one game. So
Well, that sounds like a good idea. I might have to use Stormhost some more.
yeah, you cannot you can destroy him mentally.
Oh, the zealots as well. The zealots in my main. You had so many.
Yeah.
How like were you stockpiling zealots, or did you have a lot of gateways? Because it seemed like that was more than one warp in. It was like so many.
I warp 8 jealous one time and then second time I make one more 8 more jealous. That's why I use don't like that.
Ah, okay. Because I thought I'd left some units in my main to try and defend against that, but I couldn't defend against like 18 or 16 zealots. It was
Yeah.
too many, and that kind of stopped me from getting vipers. I feel like if I have vipers, I can you can't kill me with just the ground units, you know, like, and you need High Templar because Abduct is so good against Colossi
Mhm.
on their own. But yeah, when my first hive died, or when my first layer died when it was morphing, I don't know, it slowed everything down quite a bit.
Mhm.
Ah man, I'm watching the replay now. This is I got beat up pretty bad. Uh,
well, there's no denying that Crank was the favorite here, and well, I for one thing thought James did a really good job fighting
I felt
the
like I was a really good
overwhelming. Yeah.
punching bag, you know? I feel like yeah, no, I enjoyed it though. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's why we play StarCraft, to have fun.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't often enjoy losing, but yeah, today was I enjoyed it.
Just a quick question from chat though, not related to the match, but what are your guys' thoughts on Metalopolis coming back to the map pool?
Just Metalopolis or the
Well,
whole
kind of
lab?
dream pool, I guess.
I don't know. It worries me if they like might consider using it for tournaments. I think that's scary. Like I'm not that happy with them anyway. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. But it scares me that they might, like a lot of tournaments, just take whatever's in the ladder and then that's the map pool for the tournament. And I don't know. I feel like that might be an issue if they do that with like Steps of War and whatnot. I think that might be a bad idea. But I mean, I think it'll be interesting playing on the maps anyway. That'll be fun for a while.
Crank, any thoughts on the dream pool?
Uh, for me, I already played those maps so much, like too much. So I don't think I would be really interested of playing those maps. But we'll see. I am not sure yet.
Well, they might make changes, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. I still don't know how it's going to be in terms of how many maps are actually going to be in the pool. Is it just going to be the voted maps, or will they still have some of the maps that are in right now? Because if
I
it's like,
I think
Oh.
they're all devoted maps, yeah.
oh wow, so goodbye to all of the ladder maps right now. Goodbye Overgrowth.
It looks like it.
Ah, no. I'm never going to be able to beat Terran again. If I can't have Overgrowth, I don't know how I'm meant to win.
Well, Snitchables, any questions, thoughts?
Nope. I'm always satisfied.
Well, guess that's all the questions I had, unless you guys have any about the games.
I feel like I've asked the few questions I had. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm pretty happy with today. No,
Me
no
too.
more questions. Oh yeah. uh,
Well,
well,
I guess that's it then. Please follow the players on Twitter. They're on the screen right now, so do that. That would be amazing. I'm sure you all follow Crank, but maybe give Jamesykins a follow. He's a fun guy, good streamer.
sometimes.
Congratulations, Crank, winning
Thank you.
3-0.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Well, that's it for us then. Yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good day.
Okay.